Hi, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about why terms are important to help get you paid. So, with terms, you're setting out your expectations early. And to do this, you need to make sure that you cover off exactly how and when you expect to get paid. So what do? You need to start by establishing who you are. What's your company name? Where's your registered office? What's your registration number? Tell them all the information they need to know about you. Then the next thing we need to clarify is who they are. What's their company name? What's their registered address? What's their registered number? Make sure that you're invoicing or you're contracting with the right legal entity. The way you know someone may not be their legal entity. The contract should always be with the legal entity. So make sure you clarify this with your customer. Next, we need to ascertain the payment method. How do you want them to pay you? If you want them to pay you by direct debit, then state that. State which day of the month the direct debit will be coming out. Include the direct debit mandate form. Fill in as much of it as you can. Give them as little work as possible to do. This will encourage them to pay by direct debit. If you want paying by backs, make sure you include in the contract your account name, your account number, and your sort code. Again, make it easy for them to pay you. If you're going to take payment by credit card, put a link on your invoice. Let them just click it and enter their details. Most accountancy software will let you do that nowadays if you're using cloud-based. Should you want to offer the option of paying by cheque, then that's really simple. But do consider that with a cheque, you need to receive it. It's got to be posted to you, so you've got to go to the post box, pick it up. You've got to receive it. You've got to make time to go to the bank. You to pay it in. You've got to make time for it to clear until the funds are in your account. And you've got to make sure that they actually fill it in correctly. So, although I'm not saying don't use cheques, think about all the added time it will take you for cheques. You still have to do all the bank rec and all the rest of the stuff that you will do with direct debits and backs as well. So you're not saving time on that front either. If you do use cheques, put in an administration fee. That's more than acceptable. It doesn't mean you're going to apply it, so if you, say, deal with charities who can only pay by cheque, it's at your discretion to waive the fee. You also need to set out your terms. By terms, I mean your credit terms. If you don't specify any, and you're based in England, then the court rules it's 30 days after the invoice date. But there's no reason that you have to give 30 days. Think about taking money up front. Think about doing stage payments. Definitely state how many days after the invoice date your invoice becomes overdue. Also, tell them what will happen if they don't make the payment date. Are you going to stop the service? Are you going to terminate the support contract? Are you going to keep the copyright until it's paid? Are you, if you do business to business, going to impose the Late Payment of Commercial Debt Interest Act 1998 as amended? Have a think about the consequences of non-payment. Make sure you put those in there. Clarify exactly what will happen if they don't pay you. by stating this at the beginning, you look professional, you look experienced, you're building up that trust relationship that's so important in business, you're setting out your expectations. It doesn't have to be a big document, it doesn't have to be a complicated document, but make sure that you get them to sign it and you sign it. Give them a copy, you keep a copy. It really is simple to set out payment expectations. It's not what you set up in business to do. You set up in business to do what you're passionate about. But don't let that put you off getting them written. Get them written, get them sent out. The impact on businesses that have terms and payment terms specifically are that they get paid more often on time. But do have a think about what terminology you use in your terms. Being polite is really important. But being clear, being specific, being measurable, having an impact for not conforming even to the terms and conditions you set out. Tell them from the start. Make them aware of consequences of non-payment. Build that relationship with them. If you want to know more about invoicing, there's a free ebook on my website, which is rachelchiverton.co.uk. Just enter your details and download it. It's been lovely catching up with you again, and I'll talk to you some more about terms later on this week. Any questions, just drop me a comment on here or find me on social media. Thanks everyone, really hope you found this useful. Bye for now.